I never thought I would be doing this. This is my first video that I'm going to post on my YouTube, first long form video that I've ever done, and it's already starting to jar me a little bit thinking about making more content in longer form because I'm already a little bit nervous to get in front of the camera and talk anyways. Personally, I hope that the people that follow me and take information from my media and my content are younger individuals that may doubt themselves a little bit, that may have high motivation or high hopes for themselves, but haven't quite figured out how to do or get what they want. I hope that young or middle-aged adults find my content that might be a little complacent or a little too comfortable, and they know they want to make a change, but they don't really know how to make that change. The reason that I want these people to be my audience or to find my content is because I started off from, I don't want to say nothing, but I started off from nowhere near where I wanted to be. My entire life I had really, really good role models. My brother, my father, my mother, my stepmother, my mom's partner, all people that I really, really look up to and set really, really good examples of what being a good person and a successful person is. Of course, like everyone, I've always had wants and I've always wanted to be a certain type of person. It wasn't until probably halfway through university where I really figured out the type of person that I wanted to be, and that person was not who I was being. Of course, my main platform is about fitness and lifestyle and so on, but I like to talk about those things in the same vein as who you are as a person or a character and how that helps you become that person or character that you want to be. I like to tell everyone that when I first started doing any of this, when I first started doing anything really, but making content in particular and being an online fitness coach, I had nothing. I was starting from scratch and I had no idea how I was going to do it or what it was going to turn into. The main idea, and very similar to what my friend Ty always talks about, doing things you don't want to do or doing hard things, is just starting something. When you know that you want to get somewheres, but you don't quite know what that looks like or where that destination may be, doing nothing and being stagnant is going to do everything but progress you towards whatever that destination may be, whatever that kind of person is, or however you want to look in the case of online fitness. As I mentioned, when I first started, I had no idea where to start, what to do, what to start on, what was most important, but I just sat down. I started looking into information about being an online fitness coach, started looking into information about digital marketing, how to use a social media platform to advertise yourself and create an audience and clientele. Slowly and surely over the course of about, I want to say 2.5, maybe 3 months, I began to finally put some stuff together. Mind you, I had Ty as a partner with this, and that helped a ton. Over that course of time, we've onboarded over 30 clients, have a ton of people working with us, smashing their goals. Nevertheless, that's not what I'm making this video for. I want to basically portray myself to all of you as who I am and the type of person that I have become and am trying to still become, and hopefully motivate you all to be able to do the same thing. Through exercise and fitness, I learned a lot about discipline, consistency, and being productive. With all of these things, it's all about small wins. And I'm at the point now where I'm doing so much from my day-to-day that I oftentimes forget to appreciate and celebrate those small wins, and I'm always looking for that big win. One of the most important things that I've learned is that patience is a virtue, and that big win is coming, but it's not going to come if you don't do anything. Health and fitness and lifting weights and working on your physique is a great example of this because you can get the outcomes pretty shortly after doing the work, especially if you do it properly. But again, as I mentioned earlier, the consistency and the discipline that's required to obtain those physique goals or those gym numbers or the number on the scale translate into every aspect of your life, and I have become a completely different person, one that I'm much more proud to be since accomplishing these goals and putting the work in to accomplish them. So let's go back to the doing hard things part. There's been a number of times in my life where I've been absolutely screwed over for a number of reasons. Most of the time, it was my own fault. I'm a big fan of the idea of extreme ownership. So for all of the times that it may not have been my fault, I looked at it as it was my own fault, and then I basically did everything moving forward to make sure that that didn't happen again because it was within my control. There have been so many times where I've looked at myself in the mirror and doubted myself, or doubted that I was going to achieve something. In those periods of time where I doubted myself, I flipped it around. I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, you're gonna do this, you got this, you're gonna crush it, keep going, push harder. That kind of self-talk really just convinced myself into believing it, and then I succeeded at everything I put my mind towards. Yes, Online fitness, going to the gym, physique, lifting weights, health is all very, very important. But I honestly think that the main thing that comes out of this is the things that translate into your every single day life and how it changes you as a person and how it helps you better become the person that you want to be. So when it comes to exercise, fitness, lifestyle, health, I hope that I can reach the audience that I'm really looking for. I hope that you people listen to the things that I have to say because I've screwed up. I've learned these things the easy way and the hard way. I've done the research, I have the personal experience, I have the older brother that's always right and tells me that I'm wrong. But after being wrong almost my entire life, and then figuring out that being wrong isn't a bad thing, but it just means that you can learn more. One of my favorite sayings is that the smartest people on the planet know that they know nothing. I get excited when there are times where I'm wrong or if I don't know what's going on because that means that I can learn and that I can better myself. I used to take being wrong as a personal slight or being attacked or thinking I was stupid. But nobody knows everything, and you should always take everything with a grain of salt as well. Obviously, there are experts in different types of categories and fields, so it would be a good idea to probably listen to them. I'm also a big fan of when people supply evidence or data or research to prove what it is that they're saying. I now look at every single one of my days as an opportunity to get better, to grow, to learn more, to be a nicer person, to be more friendly. This philosophy or this way of life is just something that has become so contagious for me, so much to the point that anytime I'm relaxing or sitting still, I'm enjoying my time, but I know that there's always something else I can be doing to put myself in a better position. As I said, I think that suffering or going through hard times is very, very important because it helps you appreciate the good times and it also gives you the power and the motivation to keep pushing and succeeding to be the best at what you do. I hope this video finds the right audience. I hope you people can connect a little bit with what I have to say. I'm not speaking to anyone in particular, apart from those that just want to get a little bit better and want to work a little bit harder. Through my practical experience, through research, I've learned some easy ways to get some shit that you want. So I want to be able to share that with people and show them how easy it is to make their lives easier, to be healthier, to look better, to be stronger. Because again, once you're there, you just feel so much better and everything else is better.